Today a pirate prentice rises from indentures free. His arm and keen his senses, he's a pirate now indeed.
Here's good luck to Frederick's ventures, Frederick's out of his indentures.
21 years at last!
21 now he's rising, and alone he's fit to fly, which will end up signalizing with unusual revelry.
Here's good luck to Frederick's ventures, Frederick's out of his indentures. For the pirate ship, build the pirate vest, and to make us more than merry, let the pirate bumper pass.
West pirate!
Yes, Frederick. From today, you rank as a full-blown member of our band.
My friends, I thank you all from my heart for your kindly wishes, words that I can repay them as they deserve.
Oh, what you mean?
Today I'm out of my indentures, and today I leave you forever.
What? But this is quite unaccountable. A Peter Hammett scuffling out a Cunard or cutting out his cheap piano. I never shipped a handspike.
Yes, I have done my best for you, and why? It was my duty under my indentures, and I am the slave of duties. As a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your band. It was through an error, though. No matter, the mistake was ours, not yours. I was in honor bound by it.
An error? What error?
I may not tell you it would reflect upon my well-loved groove.
Nay, dear master, my mind has long been gnawed by the cankering tooth of mystery. Better have it out at once. When Frederick was a little lad, and daring, his father thought he'd apprentice him to some progressive family. I was a lad his nursery maid, and so it fell to my lot to take and buy the promised boy, apprentice to a pilot.
I'm an idiot now.
Life not bad, for two words were so much alike.
They still are, though years have rolled over their heads. But this afternoon, my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with affection unspeakable. But collectively, I look upon you with a disgust that amounts to absolute detestation. Oh, pity me, my beloved friends, for such is my sense of duty, that once out of my indentures, I shall feel myself bound to devote myself, heart and soul, to your extermination.
Poor lad! Poor lad!
Well, Frederick, if you conscientiously feel that it is your duty to destroy us, we cannot blame you for acting on that conviction. To always act in accordance with the dictates of your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
Besides, we can offer you but a little temptation to remain with us. We don't seem to make piracy pay. I'm sure I don't know why, but we don't.
Well, I know why, but alas, I mustn't tell you, it wouldn't be right.
Why not, my boy? It's only 11:56, and you are one of us until the clock strikes 12.
True, and until then you are bound to protect our interests.
Here!
Well, then it is my duty as a pirate to tell you that you are all too tender-hearted. For instance, you make it a point of never attacking a weaker party than yourselves, and when you attack a stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
Hey, now that's it!
There is some truth in that.
Then again, you make it a point of never molesting an orphan.
Of course! We are all orphans ourselves and know what it is.
Yes, but it has got about, and what is the consequence? Everyone we capture says he's an orphan. Why, the last 3 ships we took proved to be manned entirely by orphans, and so we had to let them go. Why, one would think that Great Britain's mercantile fleet was recruited solely from our orphan asylums, which we know is not the case.
But hang it all, you wouldn't have us absolutely merciless.
See, there's my difficulty. Till 12 I would. After 12 I wouldn't. Was ever man placed in so delicate a situation?
And Ruth, your own Ruth, whom you love so well, who has won her middle-aged way into your boyish heart. Well, what is to become of her?
Oh! He will take you with him!
Well, Ruth, I feel some little difficulty about you. It is true that I admire you very much, but I have been constantly at sea since I was 8 years old. Yours is the only woman's face that I've seen during that time. I think it is a sweet face.
It is.
I say I think it is. That is my impression, but as I have never had an opportunity of comparing you with other women, it is just possible that I may be mistaken. What is happening to me if I were to marry this innocent person and then find out that she is on the whole plate?
Oh! Ruth! Oh! Ruth is very... well...
Well,
Yes! Well! Ruth is very well indeed!
Yes, there are the remains of a fine woman about Ruth.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Ow! Well, then I will not be so selfish as to take her from her. To her hand in consideration for you, sir. I will leave her behind.
No, Frederick, we are rough men! And we lead rough lives! We are not so utterly heartless as to deprive thee of thy love. I think I'm right in saying that there's not one here who would rob thee of this inestimable treasure, for all the world holds dear.
Not one!
No, I thought there wasn't. Keep thy love, Frederick. Keep thy love.
You are very good, I'm sure.
Well, it's the top of the tide, and we must be off.
Yes.
Well, Frederick, when your process of extermination begins, let our death be as swift and as painless as you can conveniently make them.
I will. What love I have for you, I swear it. Would that you could render this extermination unnecessary by accompanying me back to civilization.
No, Frederick, cannot be. I don't think much of our profession, but contrasted with respectability, it is comparatively honest. No, Frederick, I shall live and die a pirate king!
Oh, that's a part to live and die But under the brave black flag, as they played the sanctimonious part, I returned the pirate heart. But I'll be true to the song I sing, and live and die a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. It is the rock of the pirate king, the rock of the pirate king. When I sally forth to seek my prey, I build myself a little boat. I sink a few more ships, it's true that a well-bred monk ought to do. But to be king of the first class, he wants to call his promise, must manage somehow to get through. More dirty work than ever I do. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, you are a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. It is the rock of the pirate king, the rock of the pirate king.
Well, at last, we finally arrived.
Frederick, now take these bags and put them away from the water, dear.
to me, but I must be circumspect. You see, you are considerably older than I. That 21 years is your wife of 17.
A wife of 17. You will find me a wife of 1,000.
No, but I shall find you a wife of 47. And that is quite enough. Ruth, tell me candidly and without reserve. Compared with other women, how are you?
Well, I will answer you truthfully, master. I have a slight cold, but well, otherwise I'm quite well.
I am sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
Well, I have been told so, dear master.
How, but lately?
Oh, no. Years and years ago.
Ruth, what do you think of yourself?
Well, that is a delicate question to answer. But I think I'm a fine woman.
And that is your candid opinion.
Yes. I should be deceiving you if I told you otherwise.
I thank you, Ruth. I believe you, for I am sure that you would not practice on my experience. I wish to do the right thing, and if, say if, you are really a fine woman, then your age shall be no obstacle to our union. Surely I hear voices. Who has ventured to approach your all but inaccessible lair? Can it be the Coast Guard? No, it does not sound like the Coast Guard.
Confusion. It is the voices of young girls. If you should see them, I'm lost.
By all that's marvelous, a bevy of beautiful maidens.
Love.
So fascinating, lovely as a place to them. What grace, what delicacy, what refinement. And Ruth told me she was beautiful.
Oh, false one, you have deceived me.
I have deceived you.
Yes, deceived me. You told me you were fair as gold,
But master, am I not so?
and now I see you're plain and
I'm
cold.
sure I'm not a jot so.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to run so.
Your face is lined, your hair is gray.
Gradually not so.
Faithless woman, too what shall I do? Before these gentle maidens, I dare not show this alarming costume. No, no, I must remain in close concealment until I can appear in decent clothing.
Climbing over rocky mountains, skipping rivulets and fountains, passing where willows river, passing where willows river, by the ever-rolling river, swollen with the summer rain, running on their leafy traces, spotted with a number daisies, dotted with a number daisies, sailing on the lovely passes, fly not even to us, the sails of bright seashore they gave, sailing on the lovely passes, fly not even to us, the sails of bright seashore they gave. Let us gaily tread the measure, make the most of fleeting leisure. Hail it as our true life, though it perish by and by. Hail it as a true life, though it perish by and by. Every moment brings our treasure, of its own especial pleasure. Though the moments quickly die, greet them gaily as they fly. Greet them gaily as they fly. Though the moments quickly die, greet them gaily as they fly. Far away from toil and care, reveling in fresh sea air. Here we live and reign alone, in this world that's all our own. Here in this our rocky den, far away from mortal men, we'll be queens and make decrees, they may honor them. We'll be queens and make decrees, they may honor them who please. What a picturesque spot! I wonder where we are.
And I wonder where Papa is. We have left him ever so far behind. Oh, he will be here presently. Remember, poor Papa is not as young as we are, and we have come over rather difficult country. But how thoroughly delightful to be so entirely alone. In all probability, we're the first human beings to ever set foot on this enchanting spot. Except the mermaids. It's the very place for the mermaids. We're only human beings down to the waist, and who can't be said strictly to set foot anywhere. Tails they may, but feet they cannot. But what shall we do to Papa and the servants arrive with the luncheon? We are quite alone, and the sea is as smooth as glass. Suppose we take off our shoes and stockings and pants.
Stop, ladies, pray. I had intended not to intrude myself upon your notice in this effective but alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, it is my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings will not be unwitnessed.
But who are you, Sir Speak?
I am a pirate!
A pirate!
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession, and to that end, oh, hearing fearless maidens, oh, blushing gods of ever-blooming beauty, I saw it hard, to implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty. How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty.
he not been a thing of beauty, would she be swayed by quite as keen a sense of duty? For shame, for shame, for shame. Is
gladness.
How beautiful leap through the sky, the classics rising every time. Continue on, I hope it may and yet to bring my destiny. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country once again. People say I know that one that we shall have a wonder. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country once again. People say I know that one that we shall have a wonderland. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the
General.
Yes, yes, he is a Major General.
Yes, yes, I am a Major General.
For he is a Major General.
He is a proper Major General. And it is a glorious thing to be a Major General. It is a proper Major General, proper Major General. I am the very model of a modern Major General of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the facts historical, from Marathon to Waterloo and all to categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations with a simple and quadratical. Papa knew the theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news. Oh, lots of news. Yes, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and animalculus. Chalk and atlas, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern Major General. I know I'm mythic history, King Arthur since a Canada. Yet a hard cross, which have a pretty taste on Canada. Caught in any giants, all the crimes of Helios.
comics, I can draw peculiarities, parameters. I can tell and dotted Raphaels and Janet Dawson's orphanies. I know the cloaking partisan of prods of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music's dinner for. Oh dear, dinner for. Ah, yes, and whistle on the yes from that inferno, not to the pinafore. Then I can either washing linen, Babylonian uniform, and tell you every detail of Caractacus's uniform. Talking magic, such a devil, and a modern mineral. I am the very model of a modern urgent general. In fact, when I know what is meant by Mamelon and Ravelin, when I can tell it's certain miles a rifle from a javelin, when such affairs are sorties and surprises, I'm more wary it, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissary. When I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Oh dear, strategy. Say, I say strategy is most difficult. Energy. Ah, I've got it. You say about a major general, it's never strategy. You say about a major general, it's never strategy. You say about a major general, it's never strategy. You say about a major general, it's never strategy. For my military knowledge is so plucky and adventurous. It's only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still it matters such a double animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. But still it matters such a double animal and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
Could you do it one more time?
Certainly.
And could you do it really fast?
Maestro. In fact, when I know what is meant by Babylon and Babylon, when I can tell it's certain miles a rifle from a javelin, when such affairs are sorties and surprises, I'm aware, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissary. When I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I have a smattering of elemental strategy. Oh dear, strategy. Ah, I've got it. You say about a major general, it's never rode a horse. You say about a major general, it's never rode a horse. You say about a major general, it's never rode a horse. You say about a major general, it's never rode a horse. For my military knowledge, so I'm plucky and adventurous. It's only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still it matters such a double animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. But still it matters such a double animal and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general. And now that I've introduced myself, I should like to have some idea of what's going on.
Permit me to explain in 2 words. We propose to marry your daughters.
But you mustn't do that. May I ask? This is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not familiar with it. What are you?
We are all single gentlemen.
I gathered that. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Oh, don't believe them. They are pirates. The famous pirates of Penzance.
The pirates of Penzance. I've often heard of them.
All except for this gentleman, who was a pirate once, but who is out of his indentures today, and who needs to lead a blameless life evermore.
But wait a bit. I object to pirates as sons-in-law.
We object to major generals as fathers-in-law. We waive that point. We do not press it. We look over it.
Aha! An idea. And do you mean to say to me that you would deliberately rob me of these, the sole remaining props of my old age, and to leave me to go through the remainder of my life, unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Well, yes, that was the idea.
Tell me, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Go.
I ask you, I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan? You say orphan. As I understand you, you are merely repeating the word orphan to show that you understand me.
I didn't repeat the word often.
Pardon me, you did indeed.
I only repeated it once.
True, but you repeated it.
Not often.
Stop! I think I see where we are getting confused. When you said the word orphan, did you mean orphan, a person who has lost his parents, or orphan frequently?
I see what you mean. I beg your pardon. Frequently.
You said orphan frequently.
No, only once.
Exactly. You said often, frequently, only once.
Oh, man of dark and dismal fate, forego your cruel employ. Have pity on my lonely state. I am an orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
How sad an orphan boy.
These children whom you see are all that I can call my own. Take them away from me and I shall be indeed alone. If pity you can believe me, my soul remain in joy. See at your feet they kneel, your hearts you cannot steal. Against the sad tale of the lonely orphan boy.
See at the feet they kneel, our hearts we cannot steal. Against the sad tales of the lonely orphan boy.
Orphan boy.
The orphan boy, see at our feet they kneel. Our hearts we cannot steal. Against the tale of the lonely orphan boy.
I'm telling a terrible story, but it doesn't diminish my glory. For they would have taken my daughters over the billowy waters if I hadn't an elegant diction, indulging in innocent fiction, which is not in the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
He's telling a terrible story, just I got his glory. Just one of the coolest monsters that ever went over these waters. It's easy and elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction. It comes in the same category as telling a regular terrible story. It's easy and elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular story. Although our dark career sometimes involves the crime of stealing, we'd rather think that we're not altogether void of feeling. Although we live by strife, we're always sorry to begin it. For what we ask is life without a touch of poetry in it. Hail, poetry, thou heaven made. Thou gildest in the palace strain. Hail, flowing fount of sanctity. members of our band, we do elect you.
4 years and open boy.
He is a roughly open boy.
And it sometimes is a useful thing to be an orphan boy.
It is a roughly open boy, a roughly open boy.
Oh, happy day with joyous glee, they will away and marry me.
Oh, happy day with joyous glee, we will away and marry me.
Should we fall as vicious neighbors, sisters, all the brides may be?
Should we fall as vicious neighbors, sisters, all the brides may be? Oh, happy day with joyous glee, they will away and marry me.
Should we fall as vicious neighbors, sisters, all the brides may be?
Should we fall as vicious neighbors, sisters, all will bridesmaids be?
Oh, master, hear one word I do implore you. Remember your Ruth who kneels before you.
Yes, yes, remember Ruth, who kneels before you.
Away you did deceive me.
Away you did deceive him.
Oh, do not leave me.
Oh, do not leave her.
Away.
You grieve me.
Away you grieve him.
I wish you leave me.
We wish to leave him. Observe the magnanimity, with slave to lace and liberty. It was such opportunity to get married with impunity. To give up the felicity of a bounded domesticity. The doctor of dignity is located in this vicinity.
They took the magnanimity, they sang to lace and dignity.
does he sit night after night in this drafty old room?
Why do I sit here? To escape from the pirates' clutches. I describe myself as an orphan, and heaven help me, I am no orphan. I come here to humble myself before the tombs of my ancestors and to implore their pardon for having brought dishonor upon the family escutcheon.
Be comfortable. Had you not acted as you did, the reckless man would have assuredly called in the nearest clergyman and carried your large family on the spot.
Frederick, this chapel are ancestors. I cannot deny that. I don't know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are. And I shudder to think that their descendant by purchase, if I so may describe myself, should have brought disgrace upon what I have no doubt was an unstained escutcheon.
But you forget, sir, you only...
Frederick, I thank you for your proffered solace, but it's unavailing. I assure you that such is the anguish and remorse I feel, the abominable falsehood by which I escape these easily deluded pirates, that I would go to their simple-minded chief this very night and confess all. Did I not fear that the consequences would be most disastrous to myself? Oh, dear, my daughters! What time does your expedition march against these scoundrels?
At 11, and before midnight I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges by sweeping them from the face of the earth. Kings then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Are your devoted followers on hand?
They are. They only await my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort lion-hearted be summoned to receive a general's blessing ere they depart upon their dread adventure.
Do, sir, they come.
Thing. It's to slap my chest and sing ta-ra-ta-ra. Oh, when fretted with the mutes, ta-ra-ta-ra-ta-ra. And your heart is in your boots, ta-ra-ta-ra. There is nothing creaks and growls like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound. Expressions don't appear. Calculated men to cheer. Who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state. Still to us it's evident these attentions are what meant.
Go and do your best endeavor, and before all this we sever, we will say farewell forever. Go to glory and the ring. Go to glory and the ring. Though your bones are fierce and ruthless, false and merciful, and truth is young and tender, old and truth is solid, big and mercy great.
evident these attentions are all meant.
Yes, it's very evident.
These attentions are well meant.
Evident.
Yes, well meant.
Evident.
Ah, yes, well meant. When the woman is asleep to run, to run, to run, to run. When the woman's asleep to run, to run, to run, to run. So much as to take to run, to run.
Away, away, these pirates slay, then do not stay, then why display? But you don't know. They don't know. Don't know. Damn it, you don't go!
Now for the pirate's lair, full of joy and bounty, sweet relief, full rapture example, the last method, in some slight measure, of the repeated acts of theft and pillage, of which in a sense of duty, stern dictation, I, circumstances victim, have been guilty.
Young Frederick,
Call
your late commander.
Your little moon,
Oh, mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Know ye not, O rash ones, that I am doomed you to extermination?
Have mercy on us. Hear us say you slaughter.
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should annoy us, turn resentment. And so, I will be merciful, say on.
when you had left our pirate boat, we tried to raise our spirits, mate, according to our custom among the quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard, we made himself upon the rocks until to somebody occurred a startling paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. The quips and quibbles heard and flocked and used to make this paradox.
Paradox, a paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox. We knew your taste for curious quips, for cranks and contradictions queer, and with the laughter on our lips we wish you there to hear. We said if we could tell it him, our Frederick would the joke enjoy, and so we whistled like a nip to tell it to our boy.
That paradox.
The paradox, the most ingenious paradox, with quips and quibbles heard and thought with none to read that paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox.
This paradox. For some ridiculous reason, which however I have no desire to be disloyal, some person of authority, I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided that, although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days, as a rule, are plenty, 1 year in every 4, his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I wouldn't be surprised if we're owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy, you are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born on the 29th day of February. And so, by a simple arithmetical process,
you'll easily discover that though you've lived 21 years, yet if you go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit over.
To me, let's see. Yes, yes, yours my fingers do all agree. How brings the ways of paradox, at common sense she gaily knocks. Though counting in the usual ways, 21 I've been alive. Yet reckoning by my natal day, yet reckoning by my natal day. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am a little boy of 5.
Yes, a little boy of 5. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. All this paradox, a curious paradox. Almost ingenious
Upon my word, this is most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 and a quarter, no one would think it to look at me.
You're glad now, I'll be bound, that you spared us. For you would never have forgiven yourself when you discovered that you had killed 2 of your comrades.
My comrades.
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your position. You were apprenticed to us.
Until I reached my 21st year.
No. Until you reached your 21st birthday. Ha! And going by birthdays, you are as yet only 5 and a quarter.
Don't mean you're going to hold me to that.
Oh, no. We merely remind you of the fact that you need to rest up to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty?
Don't put it on that footing. As I was merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist on a letter of your bond just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
Oh, we insist on nothing. We content ourselves in pointing out to you your duty.
Your duty.
Well, you have appealed to my sense of duty. My duty is only too clear. I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought that you would stop it. A duty for all ages. I will do my duty.
Oh, bravely spoken. Come, you are one of us once more.
Lead on, I follow. My eyes are fully open to my awful situation and to realize that I want to make her operation. I shall tell her I've recovered my forgotten moral senses and entered into Penzance and need to go back. I do not want to perish by soul, by day, little heart, made dolt, little partner with swagger and word or two. And I bet you blood, but I can't go tonight, so it really doesn't matter.
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 So it really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter.
Oh, and I'm really dramatic, I'm really silly. I should give you my advice on how to stop it. I should tell you when I'm wrong, and exactly look at question and you really be as honest and there's a better way. I should write to Uncle that. Oh, no, I don't do, and I give him good advice. But it was kind of great. I understand that he has told me to myself. I think it doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter.
So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I am so lucky as to have a steady mother who can help me this way to talk to one. Who can give me good advice to discover I was heading which was very good. I just would have made another bit to rusty needle and if I couldn't got a very decent bit of wisdom to take a letter from another to jump up and visit her. Because it doesn't matter. This particularly rapid and intelligible patterns is generally very limited. It doesn't matter. This particularly rapid and intelligible patterns is generally limited. It doesn't matter.
Oh, horror!
What is the matter?
As I tell you, no, I cannot do it, and it's one of your band.
Speak out! I charge you with that same sense of conscientiousness which we have never yet appealed in vain.
General Stanley, the father of my maid.
Oh, yes.
He escaped from you.
Yes!
He escaped from you
none.
Then it is my duty to tell you that General Stanley, he is no orphan!
When you say often, do you mean often the person who's lost his parents, or often frequently?
A person who lost his parents.
What?
And more than that, he never was one!
Am I to understand that in order to save his contemptible life, he dared to practice on our credulous simplicity? Shall be swift and terrible. We shall go and collect our band and attack Tremorton Castle this very night. Not a word! He is doomed. Doomed.
Away, away, my heart's on fire. I bring this base deception to repay. This very night, my vengeance thine shall collapse itself, ignore. Away, away,
Away, away, bright fire, and I will do the hard to do today. My heart is filled with anguish dire, strikes me to the core, away, away.
also complicated on our trials. Your vengeance now for pirates in the sight. And then just some with his lies. And in return, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Face early tomorrow, his girls are wise.
No one is a spot.
No, not.
Tonight, yes, tomorrow. His girls like wise and float in sorrow. No one's as love in the natures they cherish. And all who plan to abuse it shall perish. Away, 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 like the traitor dies. Away, away, tonight, tonight, tonight. The traitor dies, tonight. Away.
All is prepared, your gallant crew will meet you. My Frederick in tears, it cannot be that Lionheart quails in this coming conflict. No, Mabel, no, a terrible disclosure has just been made. Mabel, my dearly loved one, I bound myself to serve a pirate captain until I reached my 120th birthday. But you are 21. I just discovered that I was born in leap year, and that birthday will not be reached by me till 1940. Oh, horrible catastrophe appalling. And so farewell. Oh, Frederick, hear me. Stay, Frederick, stay. They have no legal claim. No shadow of a shame will fall upon my name. Stay, Frederick, stay. Nay, tonight I quit these walls. The thought my soul oppose, but when stern duty calls, I must obey. Stay, Frederick, stay. Nay, our duties may crush when stern duty calls. shall lead. Veneratum and Clean, I declare it.
It seems so long.
Swear that then you will be true to me.
Your soul be strong. I all the Stanleys dead and gone. I swear it.
Here is love, here is truth, and here is so glorious. After she will be paid to a suit till we are wed and leave it after. Here is love and here is truth. She will be faithful to a suit till we are wed and even after. And even after. Here is love and here is truth, and here is so glorious. She will be faithful to a suit. She will be faithful to a suit till we are wed and even after. Here is love and here is truth, and here is love,
Though in body and in mind, we are timidly inclined, and anything but blind to the danger that's behind. Yet when the danger's near, we manage to appear as insensible to fear as anybody here, as anybody here.
Sergeant approach. The young friend of tragedy to death and glory.
That is not a pleasant way of putting it.
No matter, he will not so lead you, for he will align himself once more with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely, you know nothing about it. He has acted nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I had loved him before, his heroic sacrifice of his sense of duty has endeared him to me tenfold. He has done his duty, I will do mine. Go ye and do yours.
Righto.
This is perplexing. No matter, our course is clear. We must do our best to capture these pirates alone.
It is distressing to us to be the agents whereby our erring fellow creatures are deprived of that liberty which we all hold so dear. But we should have thought about that before we joined the force.
We should.
It's too late now.
It is.
When a felon's not engaged in his employment, or maturing his felonious little plans, his capacity for innocent enjoyment is just as great as any honest man's. Our feelings we would difficulty smother when constabulary duties to be done. I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. When constabulary duties to be done. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. When the enterprising burglar's not a burgling. When the cutthroat isn't occupied in crime. Oh, he loves to hear the little brook a-gurgling. And listen to the merry village chime. When the coster's man is jumping on his mother. He loves to lie a-basking in the sun. I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. Oh, when constabulary duties to be done. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. Hush, hush, I hear them on the man approaching. The stealthy steps the pirates are approaching. Seek a penalty. 50 gold. They seek a penalty, 50 gold for General Stanley's story. They come in force with stealthy stride. Our obvious course is now to hide.
With cat-like tread upon a prairie steel, silence dread, cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. Wise foot forward, sleep. So stealthily the pirates leap to our house and soundly sleeps.
Quiet.
Conference upon the sea, trust in navigation, another station. That's very piracy, with the little burglary. Conference upon the sea, trust in navigation, another station. That's very piracy, with the little burglary.
Here's your crowbar and your centromit. Life reserve. You may want to it. Your silent matches, your dark lantern seas. Take your file and your skeleton piece.
Cat-like tread upon a prairie steel, silence dread, cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. Wise foot forward, make a steep. Conference upon the sea, trust in navigation, make another station. That's very piracy, with the little burglary.
Hush, hush, not a word. I see a light inside. The Major General comes. So quickly hide.
Yes, the Major General comes.
Yes, the Major General comes.
Yes, the Major General comes. Tormented with the anguished dread of falsehood unatone, I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and turned and groaned. The man who finds his conscience ache no peace at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise.
No, all is still. hearted in the pleasure, waving rounds above.
Yes, the trees were very tall, where their leafy arms above. River, river, little river, may thy loving cross the land. Stand upon the trees, may thy moving hand be.
Yet the breezes that over 20 wings away, broken heart the born lover, sighing well the day. All the doing and undoing that the road could tell. When the breeze is out a-wooing, who can move so well?
Shocking tales the road will tell. Nobody can move so well. Pretty brook, thy green is so, for thy lover's daughter walks. Upon the tree, courted by a little breeze. Courted by
Now what is this and what is that and why does Father leave his rest at such a time of night as this? So very incomplete, he chose to father is and always was supposed without a color met. It's his invariable rule to go to bed at half past. What strange occurrence can it be that caused you father from his rest at such a time of night as this? So very incompletely dressed. So very incompletely dressed. At such a time of
Frederick here, oh joy, oh rapture, summon your men and effect their capture.
he's telling the truth, he is not able. With face deceit, you worked upon our feelings. Revenge is sweet, and favors all our dealings. With courage rare, and resolution manly, for death prepare, unhappy general stand.
If he to die, a trimming not a kneel. Oh, Mary! Will no one in his cause aware but we'll? Oh, Mary!
Yes, we are here, your windows to conceal. So to constabulary piracy.
corruption.
know that game.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you here. We charge you yielding queen, victorious name.
You do. We do. We charge you humble meaning, because with all our faults we love our queen. Yes, yes, with all their faults they love their queen. Yes, yes, with all their faults they love our queen.
Away with them and place them at the bar.
One moment, let me tell you who they are. They are no members of the common crowd. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong.
No Englishman unmoved that statement hears, because with all our faults we love our house of peers. I pray you pardon me, ex-pirate king. His will be peers, and youth will have its fling. Doom your ranks and legislative duties, and take my daughters, all of whom are beauties.
At length we are provided with unusual facility to change piratic crime for dignified respectability.
Find our need and say with the unparalleled felicity of what we have been longing for, unbounded domesticity.
Ordinarily we shall quickly be personified.
And this to be accomplished by a doctor of divinity, who happily resides in the immediate vicinity.
Happily resides in the immediate vicinity. Happily resides in the immediate vicinity. Happily resides in the immediate vicinity.
For my militating knowledge, slow and plucky and adventuring, it's only been brought down to the beginning of this century. But still in getting off my daughters 8 or 9 or 10 or I've shown myself the model of a modern major general.
Still in getting off my daughters 8 or 9 or 10 or you show yourself the model of a modern major general.